Hey, it's your boy Jay, bona fide member of the Dirt Sheet Press, and here are some stories you may have missed last week being a casual wrestling fan. The sale of the WWE is still a chaotic situation. WWE CEO Nick Khan did an interview with CNBC and said he expects the company sale to take 2 to 3 months. During that very same interview, Nick Khan was informed that Comcast may no longer want to purchase WWE. If it is indeed true that Comcast does not want to purchase WWE, this will significantly affect the price that WWE could ask for, as Comcast and WWE have ties that go back decades and are currently working closely together. Comcast owns NBC Universal, which owns the USA Network that airs Monday Night Raw, and they also own the Peacock streaming service, which is home to the WWE Network in America. Some believe this is why the rumors are swirling around that Vince McMahon may be once again leaving the company after forcing his way in the early January. If this is true, it may give the WWE a little bit more leeway when dealing with companies, because several companies have made it known publicly that they do not look forward to dealing with Mr. McMahon. SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer, has been announced to take place at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. This may be connected to the sale of the company, as Ford Field is one of the cheaper stadiums to rent in the United States, and the Detroit area is one of the cheapest areas to house superstars and staff. No one is yet to confirm this, but the timing is pretty coincidental. Jerry the King Lawler suffered a stroke, was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Friends and family have assured us that he is now in stable condition and looks to make a full recovery. If you watched Monday Night Raw this week, you saw the return of Lita, as she came down to help Becky Lynch fend off Damage Control so Becky could get the win over Bayley in the steel cage. Well, it turns out WWE does plan on adding more legends to this match. The Elimination Chamber pay-per-view is taking place in Montreal, Canada, home to none other than Trish Stratus. So we may potentially be seeing a match between Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control. The WWE also understands they have a Sami Zayn popularity problem. The WWE has made one of the biggest faces that they've had in their company in quite a while by having Sami Zayn turn on the Bloodline. The entire plan for WrestleMania was for Cody to dethrone Roman and turn from undesirable to undeniable officially. But now, with the popularity of Sami Zayn just getting more and more, WWE is trying to make plans to make sure everything goes as they originally wrote. Turns out that the heat between FTR and the Young Bucks has been confirmed. Dax Harwood on a podcast talked about after the first encounter between the two tag teams, they really thought there should have been more story going into it, instead of that entire match focusing around the story of Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega. Dax Harwood said it really led to a break in relationship between FTR and Tony Khan, as when Tony Khan signed FTR, they were promised the entire tag team division would be based around FTR and the Young Bucks. A lot of people do believe that if the Young Bucks would have held on to their tag team titles and taken on FTR at All Out, the entire CM Punk incident would not have happened. Speaking of the Young Bucks, they may be leaving AEW in 2024. For a brief time, the Young Bucks had up on their Twitter bio that they were free agents in 2024. they pulled it down immediately, but this is something that the Young Bucks often do, is communicate to the public by changing their Twitter bio for just a bit, just to get a jab out at somebody or to let their fans know what their plans are. The Young Bucks contract does come up in 2024, as well as a lot of other superstars within the company of AEW. It looks like Tony Khan's going to have a tough task ahead of him. And speaking of Twitter and people deleting things, Naomi has scrubbed her Twitter and every other social media platform of any reference to her and WWE. If you don't remember, which no one would blame you, Naomi walked out of the company with Sasha Banks while being women's tag team champions because they felt disrespected as champions and that the women's division was not getting the attention it deserved. So is Naomi officially out, or will this be a swerve for her to join the bloodline? But those just aren't the facts. Those are the dirty facts. The Dirt Sheet News!